A young boy's death leads to questions about the way Texas protects children.
I'm really hurt, and he shouldn't have had to have gone through any of this.
The boy's family responds as the state takes action and steps to keep other children out of danger. The death of 2-year-old Colton Turner exposed failures in the state's system to protect children.
Today, the Department of Family and Protective Services released its investigation into this case. The results led to 3 workers losing their jobs, including Colton's caseworker, her supervisor, and the program director responsible for the investigation. The report reveals that Child Protective Services investigated 3 reports of abuse against Colton from July of 2012 to March of this year. Each of those cases was closed, with caseworkers finding the boy was not in danger. But the report found that caseworkers and supervisors did not properly follow CPS policies in those investigations. The report focused on a 4th investigation, which started in May.
That is when CPS received a report from someone who said they had pictures of a bruised Colton, and the person also said Colton's mother, Megan Work, and her boyfriend, Michael Turner, were using drugs. The report says the caseworker talked to 2 people who knew the family, but she never saw the pictures. She also did not meet with Colton, his mother, or her boyfriend. Then on June 14th, CPS received an anonymous report that pictures on his mother's Facebook page showed Colton with visible injuries. But today's report says that the caseworker was on vacation and that no one was assigned to look for Colton until late August. Search teams found Colton's body on September the 12th.
Several family members and others who knew Colton and his mother tell us they contacted CPS and were upset at the lack of a response. We reached out to Colton's grandmother today, who says she's heartbroken. KXA and Sophia Beausoleil sat down with her to hear her response to today's report.
Colton was a good baby, a happy baby. Loved to play outside.
Colton Turner's grandmother and great-grandmother can't fight back the tears in front of his memorial. They ache for their grandson every day.
It's horrible. Colton didn't deserve this at all.
Just like everyone else, Kim Vittery got a look at the CPS report for the first time on Thursday.
They failed at everything. They let him. It's just more pain.
The 6-page report shows CPS received 6 allegations of abuse and neglect and performed 4 investigations. CPS admits it made mistakes and as a result failed to protect Colton Turner.
The ones that knew that it was going on should have done something. I mean, I wouldn't have stopped until something was done if I knew. I mean, it was just a baby.
Kim's son is Colton's biological father. She says the last time she saw Colton was in May, and it was always a challenge to see him. Kim knows nothing can bring her grandson back, but just wants the law to take its course.
We just want justice for him. This isn't fair at all.
Reporting in Cedar Park, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
This report and others point to high turnover and a need for more CPS investigators.
The shortage is slowing down cases here in Travis County. Right now, more than 450 investigations in Travis County have been open for more than 60 days. That puts children at risk. The question is what the state is going to do about it now.
The report lays out a plan both for things to do immediately and in the long term. KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell has been looking into this.
The backlog we've been talking about is already being tackled. We've learned since early August, in fact, a special SWAT team of roving caseworkers called Master Investigators has been working on those older cases. And next week, more of these experienced child abuse and neglect detectives are being deployed in Travis County. That is the good news, but it is a short-term fix. For the longer term, it turns out Colton Turner's death has already prompted action inside the entire CPS division.
We're bringing in a lot of resources because of this case. I mean, this case has demonstrated that we have a severe problem with delinquent investigations, and we need to get that taken care of as soon as we can. There's a targeted case review that's going to happen. You know, the special investigators coming in, the master investigators coming in.
Now, that targeted review that Patrick Crimmins just mentioned will involve cases where young abuse victims, say 5 years old, never met with a caseworker. And this is not the first time CPS workers in Travis County needed help. Listen to this. In January of 2012, there were 1,949 backlog cases. A few months later, by April of that year, out-of-area caseworkers came in. They resolved and closed more than 2/3 of those. At 6, we'll ask why Travis County's caseload of abused and neglected children is an ongoing problem. I'm Robert Maxwell, KXAN Investigates.
And you can take a closer look at the CPS report right now at our website. We've posted a copy of the findings with this story at KXAN.com.